Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this episode of Your Business Won't Scale Itself with Terry Foster. This episode is brought to you by the Strategic Advisor Board along with Terry Foster Consulting. Terry Foster Consulting is a digital marketing agency that has helped business owners like you scale to seven figures and beyond with effective digital marketing. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about guarantees. Guarantees are super, super powerful in creating an offer that's scalable and creating a business that is scalable, because the most significant objection, the most common, the most likely objection to any sale of a good or service is that the buyer doesn't think that it's going to work for them. They don't think they're going to get the result. That is what's going to kill the majority of your sales. So if you strategically use guarantees, now you can get them over that objection. You can get them to overcome that, because now if their worst fear happens, there's something they can do to, eliminate, the fallout from that fear. So there's different guarantees that you can use. And of course, you need to make sure that it's applicable and that it makes sense, for your business. But let's talk about like the four different types of guarantees. So one type of guarantee is an unconditional guarantee. So this is this is the strongest guarantee that basically it allows your customers to pay to try the product, and they don't like it. If they're not satisfied, then they get their money back. This is no questions asked. This is love it or you don't pay, satisfaction guaranteed. Those types of policies, that is really where you're putting your money where your mouth is. It's like, hey, go ahead and try us out. If we don't deliver, if you don't like the experience, let us know and we'll give you the money back. Super, super strong. And if you can find a way to add that guarantee, it definitely is going to make your offer a lot stronger. Another type of offer is a conditional. So this is a guarantee with terms and conditions that basically people have to go through in order to, or they need to take to get that successful outcome. Like, for example, if someone is a coach, they can't have an unconditional guarantee because you don't know if the person is actually doing the work. Are they logging into the modules? Are they showing up to the coaching calls? If they're not doing any of those things, of course you're not going to get results. So it would make no sense to have an unconditional guarantee policy because you can't control that. But if you set it up where, hey, they have to attend the coaching calls, they have to consume the content, you lay out the things that you know that if they do those things that they will get results, you can lay it out, like that. So super, super good for like coaching businesses and things where people have kind of like some control over that end result. Conditional guarantees work really well. AntiG Guarantee. This is a non-guarantee that explicitly states that all sales are final with a creative reason for why. So it's like, hey, there are no guarantees because you're getting access to our proprietary software that could be distributed to others. Or AntiG Guarantee, we don't give any guarantees because we don't believe that our best clients go for that type of guarantee. So this is one where really you don't have a guarantee. Most of the time it's like software or info-based stuff, because if you send that over, they can keep it and then you're kind of out of it. So that's an AntiG Guarantee. Last one is an Implied Guarantee. So Implied Guarantee, that pretty much is like a performance-based offer based on trust and transparency. So basically, like if you're working with an agency and they're only getting paid for performance, or you're working with like a closer and they only get paid for performance, that's kind of like an implied guarantee that it's going to work, and they're confident that it's going to work because they only get paid if it works. So revenue share, profit share, anything that's structured like that, that is an informal and an implied guarantee that definitely helps the buyer become more confident, because now you have skin in the game. So those are four different types of guarantee. Definitely figure out what type of guarantee makes sense for your business model if you don't have any guarantee, you're definitely not converting at as high a rate as you could if you had one. So, really think about this. This is one that, we tell a lot of our e-com brands, especially like the smaller ones, they don't have any refund policy. Basically, people can't get their money back, and they're competing with the Amazons. They're competing with the other bigger brands. When you look at their return and their guarantees, they're really, really strong. So you're going to buy from, a no-name brand that you're really not familiar with that doesn't have a strong guarantee policy, or you're going to spend that same money with an Amazon or a bigger brand with name recognition that has a strong guarantee policy. It's just, be honest with yourself. It's a no-brainer. So a lot of times people think that if they have a policy like that, everyone's going to just take advantage of it and they're going to lose money. But it never works like that. I haven't seen it. I've always seen the lift in conversion rate always definitely offsets, and more than offsets, the refunds you get. So it always, at the end of the day, is a net positive decision, because now you're getting more customers in, and that outpaces the amount of refunds that you do get by having that policy in place. So all of our biggest brands, the 7-figure, 8-figure brands, they do have a strong guarantee policy in place, and it makes sense. So definitely think about how you can incorporate that into your business. So drop any questions or comments that you have below. Like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.